is December 18th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topic is the meeting of Taichung Mayor and AIT Director. A meeting between Taichung Mayor Liu Xiuyan and AIT Director Brent Christensen has caused a controversy over the topic of the import of U.S. pork with retablement. Brent Christensen had lived in Taichung 40 years ago. He visited Taichung Mayor Liu Xiuyan on December 16. Mayor Liu suddenly raised the issue of opposing U.S. pork with retablement, and the situation became a little bit awkward. It also aroused criticism, saying that Mayor Liu should not suddenly raise the issue of U.S. pork. Why? Here are some points. A. According to the report, this meeting between AIT Director Brent Christensen and KMT Taichung Mayor Liu Xiuyan was supposed to be a private meeting. So when Christensen arrived, he seemed quite surprised to see a group of reporters. After that, Mayor Liu suddenly mentioned the issue of U.S. pork, and she said that Taiwan's food safety regulations are very strict, that retablement cannot be used in the country, and Taichung City enacted regulation 3 years ago, so it wasn't aimed at the United States. 3 hours later, AIT spokesperson Amanda Mansour just released a statement and fought back. She said, the political figures shouldn't propagate disinformation and raise anxiety among the Taiwan consumers. Well, I think AIT's statement is unusually tough. Obviously, they are unpleasant with the Taichung mayors. We're talking about sudden behavior. B, why did the Taichung mayor Liu Xiuyan do this? Well, I think the main reason is because of the Taichung mayor election in 2022. Well, as to now, Liu Xiuyan faces a lot of powerful opponents, including the challenges from DPP, the vice president of the legislative yuan, Taichung, and possibly the former Taichung mayor, who is also current Minister of Transportation and Communications, Lin Jialong. C. Remember what Mayor Liu said to Christensen. Well, she said that the Taichung city's regulations against retablement were enacted 3 years ago. Well, actually, 3 years ago, the mayor was Lin Jialong. I think what Liu Xiuyan implied is that, well, she opposes the U.S. pork with retablement, but the regulations was not made by her. D. Will the import of U.S. pork with retablement be implemented in January next year as scheduled? Well, I think so. Why? Because, well, there will be a final vote on December 25th, as I said before. In the legislative yuan, the DPP has 62 seats. The KMT has only 38 seats. Even if the Taipei mayor co-endorses Taiwan People's Party have only 5 seats. Well, there's a great chance for the DPP to win the vote. Except for this import of U.S. pork, what more interesting is that, well, the relationship between the KMT and the United States changed. One of the measurements is that whether KMT Chairman Jiang Qisheng will visit the U.S. as scheduled or not. If he changes plan of visiting the U.S., then there might be something going on between the KMT and the United States. Here are the top stories. Today, we have 2 confirmed cases. They're all imported cases, came from the United States. First, I want to talk about The Economist published an article with the title, which is the Economist Country of the Year? And Taiwan is one of them. Well, the reasons for Taiwan being selected as countries of the year, they are, first, Taiwan has done even better with only 7 deaths and a far stronger economic performance. Second, its economy is one of the few expected to have grown in 2020. Third, it also showed courage, refusing to back down despite relentless threats from Beijing. And fourth, Taiwan reminds that Chinese culture is perfectly compatible with the liberal democracy. Well, actually, there are 5 countries selected as the Economist Countries of the Year. They are United States, New Zealand, Taiwan, Bolivia, and Malawi. Well, also, 78 U.S. representatives call upon, we're talking about the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, to change the tag name to Troll Taiwan Representative Office. In the statement, it said that First, the world Taipei failed to accurately reflect the strong ties the U.S. and with the people of Taiwan. Second, with recent decisions on pork and beef that have been made by the Tsai administration, Taiwan is ready to begin the negotiation of the BTA. Well, on the other hand, we'll talk about that President Tsai attended the reload of the UH-60 Black Hawk ceremony in Kaohsiung. Well, we know that President Tsai said that the constructions of the newer and better helicopters is to provide adequate protections and support to the citizens. We know that the reloaded UH-60 Black Holes have more powerful functions. They can perform day and night search for rescue missions. And Taiwan purchased 60 Black Hole helicopters from the United States since 2016. On the contrary, the opposition party KMT seems to have some problems with the U.S. Well, as I said earlier, KMT Taichung Mayor Liu Xiuyan expressed opposing the import of U.S. pork with rictobamine to the AIT director. And she said that Taichung citizens have all expressed opposition to the central government's decision to allow rictobamine residue and imported pork. However, AIT fought back KMT's allegation, where the AIT spokesperson Amanda Mansur denounced that, and she said the U.S. and Taiwan are partners in safety and in security. When political figures propagate disinformation and raise unfounded anxiety among Taiwan consumers, it is a disservice to everyone. We call on all parties to approach this issue on the basis of science. I think what she implied is that don't talk about it on the political. We're talking about a political approach. It should be about the scientific approach. Well, AIT Director Brent Christensen, we know that he attended the U.S.-Taiwan Scientific and Technological Cooperation Agreement this afternoon, and he said, as I always said, the U.S. and Taiwan are true friends and are making real progress together. As to the Sino-U.S. relations, the U.S. Navy say China unreliable after meeting no-show, but Beijing says the U.S. tracing facts. What happened? We know that China had been due to participate in December 14 to 16 meetings related to the Military Maritime Consultative Agreement, MMCA. And also, head of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, Phil Davidson, said, this is another example that China does not honor its agreements. However, China's Navy rejected the criticism. PLA Navy said that the U.S. even attempted to force China to participate in the meeting before the two sides reach an agreement on the topics. In the end, well, who is going to be the U.S. ambassador to China? The chairman of Disney. Well, according to the Hollywood Report, we know that chairman of Disney, Iger, is being considered to be Biden's ambassador to China or possibly the U.K. And founder of DreamWorks Animation, Jeffrey Kazambi, also in the running for an ambassadorship. Well, talking about that, I want to talk about Iger from Disney because, you know, he's the pro-China faction, and the movie he made, Mulan, was criticized by the public because the actress Crystal Liu Yifei once showed her support for Hong Kong police. Well, that would be the view for today. This is Friday. I hope you have a nice Friday. We'll see you Monday. This is Catherine from Taipei. Bye.